You know, unfortunately, I think a lot of these Toronto rappers are on drugs. Crack cocaine, more specifically. I've seen it with my own eyes, and it's very hard to deny. I've even accidentally smoked the stuff where somebody put it in it. That Toronto's got a lot of crack cocaine, and they're selling it, and so they're smoking it too. And Toronto's got a fairly big drug problem, but with the arrest of Rolexx Homi, I believe they've taken a big chip out of the drug problem in Toronto. And but you know how it works is they took a big chip, but then it goes down to the next person and yada yada. So I think it was one of those. So I think there's always going to be drugs, but they took a big chip on this specific gang that was dealing drugs and doing the robberies and things. But it opens up the markets for other ones to come in. But thus far, it feels like the Toronto police, at least, they can't do everything. But they took care of Rolexx. This guy, he's notorious for dangerous activities. As when I just searched his name up on Google, where was it? Rolexx Homi shooting. You can see here a shooting pops up. Rowan Atkins, two other men face 50 plus charges. They had overcapacity magazines that were not registered and whatnot, and I'm sure there's some stipulation on those overcapacity magazines. They must have came up from the United States. Somehow they got those drum mags that generally aren't really allowed up here. This one here specifically, I think they do sell them, but actually I think there's a round limit. I think it's eight rounds, 8 to 10. I know Ontario's either 8 to 10. Anything over 8 to 10 rounds in your handgun is considered illegal in Ontario, Canada. I believe it's yeah, I think it's 8 to 12. Kind of like California. I think no, yeah, California is at 8 to 12 or 8 to 10 too, or whatever, 8 or whatever. I think it's around 8. And I don't hate the individual. I like the song. I listened to it a couple times. But I feel much safer. I feel much safer when these people take a hit like that. And I think a lot of other ones do too. Because like I said before, he carries that certain mind state that a lot of the ones thought was the mind state that was winning. For instance, Drake's cousin, he's known as JJ in the streets, but through my investigations, I found out that his name is Russell Raymond or Raymond Russell. He's another jailbird kind of individual. He doesn't know how to make any money legally or anything. He does those violent robberies, sales of illegal narcotics and things like that. And he also assaults people and things like that. He's big into the assault game, assaulting people and things. So by taking down Rolexx Homi, you basically take down a piece of that JJ that's at large. He's a funny-looking bird-ass nigga. He looks like it's really hard to get I can't find any pictures of him, but he almost looks just like Drake, but a bit taller. And he has generally, sometimes he grows it out into a fro. He looks like a real goofy or whatever, goofy fro and all that. But he has that same Drake smile, and you would think in your head, you look like you're related to Drake. And he might tell you, oh, I'm Drake's cousin. Okay, that's another criminal at large that needs to go to jail. But he probably already is in jail. But here's one of his buddies, Rolexx Homi. He's gone. Gonzo Malonzo for quite a long time. 50 charges, they're saying. 50 charges. Okay. He's Gonzo Malonzo, they're saying. And that's pretty good. It feels like JJ took a hit. Drake must have took a big hit with that one. Because Drake here, this is the boss of it all right here. He just took out one of his henchmen. That being Rolexx Homi. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. This is the man here that brought that drum magazine from the United States. This is your individual here. The Kingpin. That was the one that supplied Rolexx Homi with this drum magazine. There you go. It's as easy as that. We could have Drake indicted soon. Okay? He could lose his entire property. It could get seized and resold to a much better family. The whole thing could be renovated. That's a potential. Anybody interested in Drake's mansion? Yep. If Drake were to be indicted for these crimes, this property could thus be repossessed by the government of Canada. Drake could be sent to prison to go live with his butt buddy JJ, and this house could be appropriated to a more subtle family or something of that nature. And he pulls a good role, this Drake. He knows how to pull it off. Like, he knows how to look innocent. But I'll tell you that much, he ain't an innocent guy. I met him in real life. He's a real bad boy. He wears these big bubble jackets, and he makes them look cute in this video here. But when I seen him, he was a big, bad, tough, scary Drake. Like, would kill a child, horrible individual. This one isn't the puffy jacket I seen him wearing, but he was wearing a disgustingly puffy jacket. He thought he was real tough. He was in the jail or whatever. He thought he was going to be this criminal mastermind or whatever in Canada, and it's just all falling apart. He went against me. I'm Stacks and Millie, and he just can't beat me. He sent guys at me over in Brampton, over on the 6th floor. This was around the time of that Biz Loke. Biz Loke came out with a song, blah, 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 my ops is on the 6th floor. Guess who I am? I was on the 6th floor. Anyways, they tried to get me before I go to the courthouse. I fucking spin kicked this one nigga right in the chin, knocked him right out. Kicked so-and-so right in the face, knocked Buddy out, choked the other guy out, kicked the other guy, broke other, it's like these guys are weak. These guys are super weak. God, he's in Maplehurst or wherever. He's Gonzo Malonzo too. Because you know what Canada does? They only put these guys in for like 10 years or whatever, and then they give them another chance. That was Biz Loke. He did 7 years, came out, he couldn't make it. Boom, he's back in for another 10. Then he'll come out again and probably go back in again if he never makes it. Okay? But maybe, like I said, maybe there'll be like a Bobby Bobby Shmurda. Maybe there'll be like a Bobby Shmurda. And I'm related to him. He's related to me. And I went to Ag West, and he was there. I seen him. He was on right there. It's a big intersection, that Ag West, or whatever. The specific one. He doesn't live downtown here. It's in a whole different area. It's like buildings outside of that area. But man, they like jail though. It's where they're eating at. And they got beautiful females in there. It's like a whole game in there. They don't even mind it. Because outside in the real world, they can't make it. They're homeless niggas in the outside in the real world. Like straight homeless niggas. Like crack cocaine, dirty fucking this and that. Straight dirty niggas. Guts everywhere. Fucking cigar guts everywhere type of niggas. Dirty, stinky. fucking ride the bus type of niggas, fucking like rob a nigga, use a nigga. I'm a filthy ass, dirty ass nigga. But in jail, they can abuse the women or whatever. They can straight kill niggas. They don't give a fuck. Stab a nigga up, eat food, watch TV, watch movies, fucking just relax the head, go out to the yard, play football, fucking go over to SAG, fucking do this guy in, do that guy in, eat some fucking canteen, fucking butt rape this CEO, fucking go and fucking kill this nigga for his canteen, fucking work this guy, blah, 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 and that's what they do in there.